Guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've got some more Boulders here. These are the Boldr Globetrotter GMTs. I had one before on the channel which had a green bezel, and it was beautiful. So we've got two more here. We've got a Pepsi and we've got a Batman. They come in some pretty impressive cases, which has, you know, your rubber strap, you got your stainless steel buckle, you have your spring bar tool, some information, but like a Pelican style case, so very durable. You know, this is a great package. It really is. We're gonna start with the Batman just because I like Batman. It just looks super cool. What I'm gonna do is throw it on, due to the fact that these straps, you'd have to cut them to fit them and do all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna throw it on a NATO, okay, real quick. So let me do that so you guys can check it out and get a feel for these watches. These things are just, they're awesome. And Boulder, it's a great, I've had a lot of them on the channel. They're a great micro brand company. Some pretty slick watches. I like them. Great company. So, let's see. Get this. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. Of course, you know, I could have fished around to try to find a better match, but this works. It'll work, okay? So this is the Boldr Globetrotter GMT. This one is the Batman, of course. I'm gonna get the dimensions out of the way first. This is 44 millimeters from side to side, and then 52 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. So it's a pretty big watch. 14.5 thick, very, very thick, okay? And 22 millimeter lug opening. It's got a very industrial style, sharp edges, you know, just looks like it's just carved out of a big old block of stainless steel. So very tough, rugged. This thing will last. I mean, it's got a Boulder signed crown. It's all brushed. The whole case is brushed. The crown is polished. Ceramic bezel insert, and it's loomed. From what I understand, it has a very good loom. It's BG, what is that? BG9, BGW9, I believe, loom. So it's got very strong loom, Swiss-made loom. You guys are gonna like this. You really will. So you've got the date at the 4 o'clock. I'm gonna get this thing rolling. I believe it has, what was the movement that was in this? This is an ETA movement, a 2893 movement. So it's screw down crown, trip lock crown. It's got a 300 meter water resistance. So very good water resistance rating. Let's get it going. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll hack it, and then I can kind of move, see if I can get, so you guys can see everything on the dial better. There we go. Screw down crown, of course, for its water resistance, which I've mentioned. Black dial, kind of a shiny dial, and applied markers, applied indices all the way around. 4 o'clock date window. It's got Boulder up towards the 12, and Globetrotter automatic 300 meters, 990 feet towards the bottom, towards the 6 o'clock. Black on top, blue on the bottom of the bezel. It's the Batman. It's got a blue GMT hand, which is, it really has great contrast, works really well. And an orange tip second hand, okay, squared with the little orange tip. That's nice. I like the hands, minute and second, or the hour and minute hands are pretty nice. So you've got a GMT. The inside of the chapter ring also has the GMT numbers there, and then also on the outside, of course, on the bezel. It's a unit, or it's a bi-directional bezel, so you can go either way. And it's got pretty nice alignment. See that? Very nice. They hit a home run with this watch. I mean, this is high quality. Boulder produces high quality watches, there's no doubt. I'm not sure exactly what the cost was of this watch, but what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description to their website. You guys can check them out. But it's got a sapphire crystal. The bezel is ceramic, and it's loomed, and we're gonna check that out too. But just very nice. The whole case is brushed. It's some polishing on the, yeah, it's like polished, brushed and polished in between the bezel. And it's got nice teeth on the bezel. So very, very good, positive. You can kind of hear that too, barely, but very positive. And like I said, it lines up perfect. It's got some fingerprints all over it, but flat crystal, signed, crowned. I think I said that. The there's not a whole lot going on the back, I don't think. Just well, Boulder does a good job with their case backs. So it looks like you got a globe right there. It looks like the sun is kind of around it, and then you have like a you know, time, pretty much like a, I don't know exactly, but that looks pretty good. I like that. Limited edition. It's got the movement number, water resistance, 300 meters. I like that. This is definitely a time traveler piece right here. Let me, I'm gonna put it on the wrist. Sorry to do all this on camera, but let me take my other watch off real quick. I'll throw it on the wrist. 7.5 inch wrist. So this is gonna, and I don't, let's see. I don't have the, well, it's positioned okay, but this bracelet or the strap's not positioned perfect, but that gives you an idea. So it is tall, it's pretty tall, and even taller when you have it on a NATO like this. So if you put it on the rubber strap, it's gonna lay a little flatter, but the lugs angle pretty well to where, you know, you're gonna get, it's gonna wear better, okay? Just because of those angled lugs, how they slope down like that. So it kind of hugs the wrist, because you gotta remember this is a 52 from tip to tip. So it's a big watch, it's chunky. Okay, if you put it next to my Tudor here, this is a 50. So you could tell how much bigger. This is a 41 and a 50 tip to tip. So you can just tell right away how much chunkier and how much bigger. This is like just out of have one big old block of stainless steel just chopped right out of it. So it's this thing will last forever. I mean, it's just it's a beast. But I love the hour markers. I like the hands. It's a great looking watch. Definitely a showpiece. I mean, everybody's going to ask about it. Hey, what's on your wrist? You know, and they'll be surprised you tell them it's a Boulder, because Boulder, I mean, it's a micro brand, but they're definitely gaining some traction. Man, nice looking watch. Let me get some lume going here real quick. I'll put the Pepsi on real fast as well, just so you could see it if you guys want to see what the Pepsi looks like. It's just sitting there all alone. But let me dim the lights. Oh yeah, blue lume. I like that. That looks good. That's really nice. Wow. I like that. Let me turn the lights back on. So let me throw this strap on the Pepsi so you guys can see that. Let's see here. Put this back there. Do this one. So oh yeah, so there is the Pepsi. Let me clean that off. And this one's not running yet either. You know what? Let me get it running so you can see it. That'll be quick. It's got really good winding. I must say, it's you know, ETA builds great movements, and shoot, everybody uses them. I mean, IWC uses them in their watches. Their entry-level pilot's watches are like $5,000, and you'll find a ETA movement in them. So a lot of companies use ETA. They're great movements. They're nothing to turn your nose at. I mean, they really are. But here's the Pepsi. God, this thing is also, it's a stunner, man. This is a still stunner right here. They hit a home run with these watches. But it's great looking, it really is. Boldr Globetrotter Automatic. So the dial, it's funny, the dial looks like it's a flat black, but in some lighting, but other lighting, it looks shiny. So it's kind of like, it's got probably like a semi-gloss, but that's nice. The Pepsi, it works really well. That red Pepsi at the bottom matches that hand, the GMT hand, pretty well, just like it did with the blue on the Batman. So that's good. Their attention to detail is great. I mean, they're really on point with these watches. Boulder's, like I said, Boulder's a great company. But there you go. Let me turn the lights again, just so you guys can see the GMT. I mean, the Pepsi. Yeah, so great application of lume on this. I like that. So what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description for you guys to go check them out. But this is, if you guys want a GMT, an affordable GMT that's well made with an ETA movement, I would jump on this. I really would. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.